Hey, what up, everybody? This is Corrupt. Nice to meet you. I am a gamer dad. Just started playing Minecraft. Been playing for about a month and a half now. So we've been learning quite a bit. And one of the things that I've learned to build first from looking at YouTube videos was how to build a mob spawner, which was great. It was pretty good for us. However, being a multiplayer server and multiple people using it, we kind of discovered some problems along the way, and at the same time, we found some ways to improve it. So, wanted to take these suggestions, show you what we've learned, show you what we've done to modify it, namely to be able to separate villagers, or I should say zombie villagers, from the regular mobs, separate those out, get those guys healed, and get them into a separate area and put them to use, selling us books and everything else at a discount. So let me show you how to do that, because this mob spawner is a great opportunity for these guys. So this started when we just noticed we had like a lot of the zombie villagers coming down, and we just kind of realized we were missing out on some opportunities. And well, what we would do, we would try to break them out, and well, when you got creepers and everything coming down at the same time, yeah, it didn't work out too well. Speaking of creepers, I would suggest, if anything, you probably take the bottom of your mob spawner and you take these bricks, replace them with obsidian. You know, especially if you got people who like to be this close and they like to look inside. So what happens is you'll get that eye contact with the creepers, and they see you and they explode, and they blow all your wonderful stuff to bits. So yeah, we found that out, and we had a number of users on our server that would not heed that warning, and therefore that happened. So, needless to say, the adults have their own server now. So, let's talk about that first, and that is getting to where you can still hit these guys in here, but they can't see you. So, the first thing that we want to do, we want to go ahead and let's get some stairs right here. Whoops. Let's go ahead and attach those right at the bottom. Actually, no, that's not how I did that. Attach that to the wrong thing. Ah, no. Alright, let's try attaching right there at the bottom. No, that does not work. Alright. That doesn't work either. But you know what? I think we can make it work. So, take some slabs, set them right there. You know what? Yeah, that works, because we could always hit it from the different angles. So, let's go ahead and fill these parts in with some slabs here. They have to be slabs, because these half slabs are just big enough to kind of fill that gap in. And like I said, you can still hit everything from, you know, down below. So yeah, I was doing that right. I think I was just having a brain cramp. So now, when you duck down, you can't see down in there. And killing that eye contact is very important to getting this to work correctly. So again, you know, you got the stairs right there. And I think I did that just kind of pretty things up. But honestly, I mean, I don't really think they're needed. You know, it works just as fine without it. So I think I was doing that just to make things all super pretty. And you can fill it in on the sides if you want. That's up to you. But regardless, it's not the point of the video. So that's the first part of it. And if you want to stop there, that's fine. If you don't want to have to deal with redstone and retrofitting this thing for rescuing zombie villagers, then go ahead and stop here, you know. However, you probably can, because you want to know, how can you use this thing to rescue zombie villagers? What can I do to this to make my zombie villager rescue easier? Well, let me show you. And this is where the fun starts. So I tend to use scaffolding. I don't like to hop around and, you know, surveyor mode. I don't know how to do it yet anyway. So I'll get some scaffolding here, and I went ahead and pre-marked my bricks. You can see this is like a small down, like a demo version of our actual mob spawner, which is over there. So I'm not going to spend like an entire day building that thing if it's not actually going to be a legitimate build. So let's go ahead and once you want to go so high, and the reason being is that we're going to be putting a door down there, and we want trapdoors up here to separate the mob from our villagers down there. So we don't really want any chance of any explosions from creepers or anything like that happening. We want everything to be a good, safe distance away. So what we're going to do, the first thing, and take note, if you're retrofitting this thing, I would not suggest knocking out all these bricks at once like that. That's just asking for a disaster, because when these guys start falling down, and they will be falling down as you work on this thing, they're going to be falling through. Sometimes most of the time they'll fall through, but sometimes they might get caught on one of these ledges, and if it's a creeper, well, things are going to kind of go south really fast. So I would not suggest doing that. So what we're going to do once we have it open, I tend to open up one side of it first, and then I'll put my trapdoors on both sides, and be sure to open them up. All right, just be sure to do that. And I tend to use glass, right here just for troubleshooting purposes, but most of the time people are just going to, just throw cobblestone there, so that's fine. All right. So, and now that we got access to that side, now that we've got those trapdoors in place, we can go ahead and put our glass in place here. And while we're here, let's go ahead and put our platform here, just to get a good start here. And we're going to build this particular part of the platform all the way around, and actually we're going to make it a little bit double wide there. It just makes it so we have a little bit more room to work with our redstone, as you will soon see. So it's kind of, now this back part here, you're going to be opening it up a bit. So, oops. All right. And you can probably make a hole like right here. So, we'll be putting some redstone, coming up through here. And matter of fact, let's just put the brick right up. Nope. Needs to go a little bit further, doesn't it? All right. So anyway, we might just build that from below. We'll get to it. All right. So now that we got that done, whoops. Thank goodness for feather falling. Again, might want to build your scaffolding out just a little bit. Oh, we forgot something here. I love how, like, when you're looking at the YouTube videos, they seem to do everything in like one fell swoop, and they're all perfect with it. I've been doing it for years, and I'm a little bit clumsy with it. So, but if you're looking at a video like this, you're probably a little bit clumsy as well. So, welcome to the clumsy club with me. All right, there we go. Looks a little bit better. All right, we don't worry about that. And since we're up here, and the other side, let's go ahead and get the other trapdoor in on the other side. And I know it doesn't display correctly. This is something with the texture pack and this ray trace stuff. So, but trust me, it works. And we'll test it out. So, speaking of which, while we're up here, let's go ahead and get our redstone laid out. So let's go ahead and get that going, because we're going to be bringing the redstone from down there. And we're going to bring it around this corner. We're going to bring it out here this far. And the reason being is that when we bring it in, we're going to bring one to this brick right here. But we can't exactly do it to this brick like this, because it's going to loop around. So here's how you get around that. You want to take a repeater. And since the redstone will just loop around when you try to put it down, you can just put redstone into one and then a repeater into the other brick. And there you go. So now both of these are going to be powered. So let's go ahead and let's branch that out. Whoops. And we're going to do the same thing over here. So we're going to have redstone going into one, and then the repeater going into the other. And then there you go. So let's give it a test. just to see how well this works. We're going to put a redstone torch, one of these bricks, and then we're going to take it off. You hear those trapdoors? So once they lose power, then they'll come open or close. So let's check that again. And there you go. Take it out. Whoops. Alright. So now we can get them to open and close. We're good to go on that. Sometimes what I like to do, I'll put like some extra lights right here, just run some, power over to those lights, just as an indicator from above to whether these trap doors are open or not. So if there's power being applied up here, those lights will be lit. So you'll see that, back on our spawner when I head over there to show you or give you the tour. And it's optional. You can, like I said, you can go ahead and just, well, let's take that out here. And let's go ahead and just put that light in. I know I brought some redstone lights with me. There we go. We really don't need the meat. Alright. And, which, I love these lamps, by the way. I think they're awesome. And then we'll just put one here on this side as well. And then we'll just take that redstone and just run it up there. So you may need like an extra, repeater or two. So I would say bring like, maybe at least 5. That way if you do some more intricate, wiring up here, you'll have enough repeater power to get everything up here. And again, if you want to just, run the signal up here, test it. Yep, those lights are working fine. So now we get to work on the bottom part of it. So let's get this lamp out of here because that's just for troubleshooting purposes. And we're just going to jump down. Probably kill that guy who's waiting on us. Let's get our food here. Don't want to work on a full stomach or empty stomach, Alright, so let's hop on down. Get this hater out of the way. Come on, move. We're busy here. We're trying to film. Leave us alone. Alright. So now what we want to do, I tend to put like a little, black stone right here, or stone, and then I'll just, run it up here. Like I said, we'll get up there, and what I'm going to do is put like a little lever right here. So we'll get this lever, put it there, and I know it looks weird. It's just, that's just this texture pack. I personally think it looks awesome. So I'll put a link to that texture pack if you're interested in it. And got another guy wants to be on camera. There's always one. All right, so let's go ahead and move our scaffolding so we can move it over a little bit. I said move, we're filming. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get some scaffolding up here. Always have to look every single time. All right, and let's get the brick. Yeah, we're gonna have to open this up just a little bit there. There we go. All right, and let's run our redstone. And this is the brick that the switch is, that lever is attached to. So we definitely want to have redstone coming off that brick, and then we just want to lead it all the way back here. Whoops. I didn't think that one through, did I? Alright. And we're going to run it up there. Alright. And there we go. So what I might want to do, again, you might run into some, power issues. So what I'm going to do is probably, maybe I'll just repeat this signal coming from this spot here, just to make sure we, oh, no, it doesn't like going around corners. Okay, got it. Although that shouldn't be a problem. That should have worked. It's not going around a corner. Maybe it just, okay, maybe I was just too close. Alright. As you can see, I'm not like super pro at laying down redstone. So anyway, let's matter of fact, let's get our lever on, our lever. All right, we can hear those trapdoors. We can see those lights up there, so we can definitely see that there's power going up there. So that is good. We really probably don't even need to head up, but let's just take a look here, just to make sure that everything is a-okay. And I'm always not putting my scaffolding in just the right spot. So, all right, so we got our redstones coming up. We got a good strong signal going into here. We got it going to the lights. So hey, that's looking good. And again, just kind of be careful when you're doing this, because you know, if you're retrofitting a spawner, you're going to have guys coming in and out of this thing, or kind of falling down. And I forgot to put some glass right there. I'm sorry. All right, so which is probably another good reason to use solid brick, you know, so you don't, you know, kind of miss that. But anyway, this part is complete, and right now we're able to separate any further guys from coming down the chute by engaging sorry, engaging the trap doors, you know, via that lever. So hit it, there you go. And then I tend to sometimes put a light just for a visual right here as well. So as you can see, I kind of broke that signal when I did that. So let's go ahead and put that there. As you can see, that light is already lit. Let's get our scaffolding up here. All right. And we're just going to get some more redstone just to go over that. There you go. As soon as we connect to that circuit, you can hear those trapdoors upstairs. So that's a good test. We know that they're working. So now, when you get a zombie villager, you can separate things out. You can basically hit that lever. You can use your trident or another sharp tool. I wouldn't suggest a sword to go ahead and just kind of, you know, pick around the villager until he's by himself. And at that point, you could throw a splash potion in there and golden apple and then heal him. The other part of that is that you really don't want to have to break this thing apart every single time this happens. You know, especially if you got obsidian to kind of protect from creeper explosions. So here's the other part of that. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and take our... I hear you. Everybody wants to be on the movie set. You got to audition. All right? Can't just roll up on set expecting to be on film. Don't be a jerk. All right. So, I like to build like a little, you know, platform right here. Just kind of make this area just a little bit even. And then what I'm going to do, as a matter of fact, did I dig too deep? No, I did not. Okay. I tend to make it even, you know, right with this platform here. And then what I'm going to do is just kind of bust in here. Actually, yeah, I could have started bringing that up a little bit more. So let me make this suggestion. When you're building this, I would suggest bringing this up early, you know, so that way you got this area right there available. And I'm going to explain, I'm going to show you why in a bit here. So I don't know if it'll let me bring it around the corner like that. Let's see. Yes, it will. So let's go ahead and take those polished blackstone bricks, and we'll head up there and we'll kind of finish it up. So I want this area open, and you'll see why in a sec. So the first thing we're going to do, and again, I would probably suggest that if you're building this or retrofitting this, you want to go ahead and engage those trapdoors ahead of time, because otherwise you're going to have enemies dropping down on you if you're retrofitting an active mob spawner. That's not going to be a fun time for you. So, you know, like in the adult working world, we call that lockout tag out. So, and then what we're going to do once we're in here, and let me explain this. We're going to put an iron door right here, but we're not going to put it in from this side here. And let me show you as to why. So when you put an iron door from this side, it's going to attach to this side. Well, when you open it, and let me put a lever there. So when you open it, it's going to be like right there. So let me see if I got another lever here. I didn't bring one with me, did I? No, I did not. Okay. So not terribly smart, but we can get around it. Actually, you know what? Maybe we might have one in the bin. I thought I had an extra lever with me. Nope, I did not. Alright. Whatever. We can work around that. Here, we'll borrow this one. Alright. So that way we'll just put that lever there. So when this door closes, you got this area right here. The problem with that is that enemies can stand right here. And when they're right here, they're out of range of your sword or your weapon, whatever you're using to hit from that area over there. So you're not going to be able to reach them. So what you need to do is when you attach your door from this side. Now, it's easier if you got someone on the other side, you know, with the lever. That way they could just let you out, but not so much. So if you're just working by yourself, just use 2 levers, put one on the outside, and then that way we take care of the one on the inside. It's not supplying power, and then boom, you can close that out. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. The other part of that is that you want to build beyond this area, and I would suggest having a pit or something right here with some trapdoors over it. That way when you let these zombie villagers out after separating them, they can just walk right out, go into the pit, and go ahead and finish the healing process. And I would suggest making it at least 2 blocks high and getting in and out with a ladder. So we'll show you as we head over to ours. So let's take a look here. Okay, so here's the spawner back at the base. Just wanted to give you like a little quick tour of basically what you just saw as far as how it was built. But just wanted to give you like a little first-hand look here. So as you can see, this is where our switch is right below there, our lever. And we basically have the redstone going over to this brick, which powers these 2 lights. Same thing over here with the power and the lights, but it also goes up to this next level. And up here is where we actually, you know, funnel that redstone. Let me go ahead and go around here real quick here, just to make this a little bit better here. So where it comes up, we got it going into a repeater, and then we have it going into that, into the brick, into the block, I should say. You know, again, single redstone, then repeater, and then we got it coming around. Got another repeater, and then same thing, redstone, repeater. So I could have just brought it down that way and really kind of just not have a repeater, but that's when I first built it and kind of realize it. So, you know, mistakes, but we learn. So that's basically in a nutshell how ours is set up. I don't know why that block is there. It's irrelevant. So let's show you just a demonstration of the process of how it works. Okay, folks, looks like we have found a winner, and there he is. So let's go ahead and turn on our trapdoors, keep any additional riffraff from falling down the chute, and let's get everything separated. And if you haven't tried it, I would suggest using that. It's pretty accurate. Sometimes you can use a pickaxe, but if you have a really good pickaxe, you don't want to take the chance of kind of digging through the other end there. And there we go. So we got them separated. Now what we'll do, we'll go ahead and grab a splash potion of weakness. Go ahead and grab a golden apple. Let's go ahead and throw the splash. Alright, hit him with the golden apple. Let's go ahead and head to our back chamber, make sure this door is closed. Head on in, open up the trap doors, and let them through. Just kind of step back, let them fall right into the hole, and let him sit there and marinate about his thoughts and his time as a zombie. Then we'll just come back, flip the switch, and everything starts to come back down. That quick and that easy. So there you have it. Alright, so I think our boy has stopped moaning, so I think he's gone through the healing process. Let's check and see how he's doing. Ah, good. He's healed up. So, let's go ahead and open up the door. And let's welcome our newest employee to the team. We should call him Doug. Ah, come on, Doug. I know it's your first day, but don't be nervous. Here. There you go. There we go. And we're going to introduce you to your coworkers, Doug. So, welcome. This is the customer support area for Comcast. You'll be here for the rest of your life. I think you'll like it. Everybody else here seems to be happy, as you can see. So, you know, either that or they've just gotten well adjusted to things. So, we'll go ahead and get you locked in. Once you go through training, you'll have a job here shortly. So, don't worry about that. We'll have something picked out nice and good for you. So, it's just that simple. That's how we do it. As you can see, we're filling up fast. We got plenty of spaces here. So, that's just how effective this mouse spawner can be once you retrofit them to be able to rescue your zombie villagers. So they serve a twofold purpose, and it worked out pretty well for us. So if you like this tip, if you want to see what I end up learning next, just go ahead and please subscribe, and hit us up with any comments or any questions in the comments. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.